I've just got back from mine and Leah's little day trip. Me and my girlfriend went charity shopping. I went to go get some food, which you've probably just seen. So I thought I'd do a quick little haul. I mean, nobody's probably interested, but I got this Monster High film. I got this bag, which I know is going to be not a lot of people's taste, but I love this bag. And it's full of all my goodies. So I also got this Barbie film because I'm just gonna start collecting Barbie films. I got Girls Rule Monster High film, High School Musical, and this one. I also got this, well, it's dead flat now, but it's a Hello Kitty like makeup bag and it's sparkly. And I got this cute little Hello Kitty Easter teddy, which I think is very good for the fact that it's Easter coming up. I also got this top, which I'm not that sure about, but it was £1. It's just like a purple long sleeve and it's got like these little like holes in and it's like tied there. Mau is saying hello to Leah. Have you missed us, Mau? She's having a proper good sniff. Mau. Hi guys, so I hope you enjoyed that little vlog. As you've not already guessed, probably you already have, but this video is about having the confidence to take your dolls out in public, because this is something that I get asked a lot, especially recently because I've been posting a lot more pictures on Instagram with my dolls in public. I've had so many DMs of people being like, how do you have the confidence to do that? Like, I really want to take my doll out in public. Oh, you're inspiring me to take my doll out in public. Like, how do you do it? So I just thought I may as well make a video explaining some of the pros, some of the cons, some advice I have, and I've got some. I did a poll on my Instagram asking people for advice, so I've got some replies to that, and I also did a poll. I did a question of people, what people's worries are about taking their dolls out in public. So yeah, let's just get on with it. Before we start, I want to give a big shout out to Moon Cottage on Instagram, because she swiped up to my story on Instagram and she gave the most loveliest reply ever. She was so sweet, and I am going to be including some of her advice in this video. So yeah, big shout out to Moon Cottage. Go follow her. But we'll start with people's, like, the reason that people are scared to take their dolls out in public. Obviously, the main one is that people are either embarrassed or they're scared that they're going to get judged. I've had a lot of people saying that they are scared because they are a man with a doll or they're older with a doll. So this is my advice to anyone who is above the age of 10 going out in public with their dolls, and no matter what gender you are. So I started taking my dolls out in public obviously when I was younger, and I was still scared to do it then because the age that I like officially got my dolls, I was a bit older than most people that would play with dolls anyway, because I was like 12, 13. So I didn't take them out in public that much, but I would take them for like days out and stuff, and I'd mostly just leave them in the car if I was too nervous. But now that I'm older, obviously I'm a lot more confident, and these things have helped me with taking my dolls out in public. And now that I'm quite happily like adjusted and I can take them out in public, it's so much better and it's so much fun, and I definitely recommend it. You just like, you get to bond with your doll a lot more when you take them places. So this is the advice that Moon Cottage on Instagram gave. I've just got my iPad here and I'm just reading it out. So they said that nobody cares enough to say anything about your dolls, which is true. On pretty much every experience I've had taking my dolls out in public, yeah, you get like looks, you get stares, you may even get people like mutter something under their breath, or they'll be like, oh my god, look at them. But they'll never actually come and say anything directly to your face. Like, nobody has the balls to do that. Like, and people don't care enough as well. Like, people are out doing their own thing, they're busy doing their own thing, they don't necessarily have the time or energy to come up to you and be like, why are you carrying a doll? So it's pretty much just all in your head, which I know is just like the cliche thing to say, but it actually is when it comes to this. Another thing is people might stare, but this is not necessarily because they are judging you. It might just be that they're curious and they're not used to seeing such a cute doll. So this comes with like, obviously when you go out in public and you're worried about people staring or looking at you. I have just got used to it now. People don't, most of the time, people don't even notice that you're carrying a doll. Like, I literally have been out all over. I went to do a food shop at Tesco's with my doll, and like one person noticed that I was carrying her, because people are busy with their own lives. They don't have time, like I said, to be worrying about what other people are doing. It's just more that they're worrying that other people are judging them, whilst we're worrying that they're judging us. So it really doesn't matter. And if people do look, they're probably just curious. They're just like, oh, like, why is that girl holding a doll? Or why does that doll look so cute in her outfit? I mean, probably not all the time, but most of the time it will just be because you're not used to it, especially in this country, because obviously we don't have American Girl dolls. So most people are just looking at me like, what is that? But yeah, so, and another thing that they said is you will end up with some sweet interactions, people complimenting your dolls, or people who are generally interested and curious about your dolls. So this happens a lot as well, which is actually really nice. And another pro to taking your doll out in public is that you will actually meet some people that are really interested and they want to know more about your dolls, and like people will ask to take pictures and stuff like that. So again, when I went to Tesco and took my doll, I went to take pictures for my Instagram, this picture to be exact, and whilst we were waiting for our Uber back, this woman came up to me and she was like, you guys look so cute, and she was like, I love your outfit, and she was just like staring at my doll, and I don't even know if she noticed the doll or if she meant the doll, but it was just really nice. And Mama is coming to make her entrance as usual. Say hello. But yeah, so most people will, if they do have something nice to say, then that's when they'll come up to you and they will say something. And I've had a few people as well asking to take pictures because they want to show like their daughter, or they want to show their granddaughter, or they want to show someone, which is really nice as well. And I've also had people like asking like what kind of doll it is, because they also collect dolls. Like, that's mostly on Instagram, to be fair. I've had people like swipe up and be like, where's this doll from? Like, they're so cute, like blah 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 blah. So it's always a good way to meet new people, or like get American Girl dolls out there as a brand, I guess. So some advice from Moon Cottage on Instagram. She said that if you can bring a friend that either has a doll with them also, or if you can just be with someone like out in public, then that is a great way to get started taking your doll in public, which is what I would have said as well. So moving on to my advice to you guys who are wanting to take your dolls out, I'd say start small. For me, when I got back into American Girl dolls and I was taking them out more with me, I started by taking little mini Grace with me, and I literally would just put her in my bag and take her to work with me. Like, as random, as weird as it is, like, it was just nice knowing that like she was there. It was just like a comfort. It's like a comfort thing, which I think is mostly what the main thing is about taking American Girl dolls out with you, is it's like a major comfort. So yeah, or if you collect like brats or some sort of smaller doll that can still provide you comfort, I'd start by taking them out. Just put them in your bag. You don't even necessarily have to have them on show. You don't have to carry them around. Just the knowing that they're there, it's like a small step to being able to take out a full 18-inch size doll. So this was also mentioned a lot on my Instagram, was get a big bag, like a tote bag, so you can put your doll in it. Which obviously it was like, well, obviously how else am I going to carry it? But it is good advice. So for me, I started by taking my doll in a big bag where she would sit down. You can't even see her, but again, I'd know that she's there, and I could get her out to take pictures or just get her out when I felt like it. And that was a really good way to start, and I don't have to actually carry her around. And then eventually I moved to having her in a bag where she could like pop her head out, or I would just carry her in my arms. So yeah, definitely get a decent sized bag so you can take your dolls out with you. And then next, so for me, I would say start by going places like parks, or go on like a small walk around your area, places where there's not many people and like it's quite quiet, and just relax, just so you're not having to deal with like people, I guess. Just because then you get used to like being out in public with your dolls, but you're not having to worry about people seeing you or judging you if that's what you're worried about. So, but it'll build up your confidence just from having your doll out with you. Another piece of advice, I would say, take your doll when you're like running errands, or like you've got like something small to do, not when you're like going on like a big day trip. Like even if you're just like walking to the local shop to get some bread or something, like just take your doll with you. Like you're not going to see as many people, and it is just getting you and your doll out of the house. Or another advice as well, if you drive, then just go for drives with your doll. Like just sit your doll on the front seat and just drive somewhere. I wish that I could drive just so I could do that, because I feel like that'd be really fun, and you could just drive somewhere cute and take pictures of your doll. And it'd be a good idea, like, to just, again, get you and the doll out of the house. So yeah, so that is any other advice anyone has. Comment down below so we can help the fellow doll community. I'm not great for advice, so literally I would just say, do what you want. Like, no one cares. You get to like the point where I am pretty much at now, where you literally just don't care what anyone thinks, and you just do what makes you happy. And taking your dolls out is like, it's so much better than, obviously there's a lot more pros than there is cons, because most of the cons are just in your own head and you're just worried about what other people will think, or like people seeing you or seeing someone you know out and being like, oh, they're gonna like judge me. But at the end of the day, people have got too much busy lives and too much on their mind to worry about a 20-year-old or 25-year-old with a doll. So yeah, but I thought I'd just go over some of the pros of taking your doll out in public, just, you know, because why not? So obviously I've already mentioned this, but dolls provide a major comfort. So if you're someone who like struggles with anxiety or just anything, a doll can basically be like your emotional support. And it sounds crazy, and it probably sounds weird to anyone who doesn't like have dolls or collect dolls, but like, it's just so crazy, like when you're out in public and you just have your doll there, like this just little ball of plastic, it actually just, it makes you feel so much better, and it makes your day a lot better too. Like you end up having more fun. Like on Valentine's Day, I took McKenna out and it was just so much more fun. We went antique shopping, and like it was good to have her with me, because then I could, like, if I was looking for something that fit her, I had her with me. So yeah. Obviously you can take cute pictures when you're out. When you have your doll with you, then there's more photo opportunities if that's what you're into, if you're into doll photography. A chance to bond with your doll. So a good way, obviously, if you have a doll that you don't really feel like you're connecting with, or that you don't really have a bond with, I would say take your doll out for a day and you'll automatically feel closer. Like when I first got Leah, I wasn't feeling that like close to her, and I was thinking, like, she's really pretty, she's really cute, but I just don't feel attached to her. And then I took her out and now I love her, and she's literally just there looking all cute and pretty. So yeah, and it's also, I think I also mentioned this, a chance to meet new people who are also into dolls. Like if you're out on the street and someone who also collects American Girl dolls, which is very rare over here, but obviously it's probably more likely in America, and they see you with a doll, they're probably more likely to come up to you, because they'll probably already feel safe with you, the fact that you have your doll in public. And they're probably also wanting to take theirs in public. So it's a good way to meet new friends. And yeah, I'd say at the end of this day, like at the end of this video, just to wrap it up, just take your doll out. Your dolls want to see the world. They want to get out. And yeah, it's so fun, like having a little routine, just like getting up, getting into a cute outfit, putting your doll in a cute outfit, and then going out for the day. Like it just makes it so much more fun than just like, oh, okay, today I've got to go get milk, or today I've got to go to the dentist. Take your doll with you and it'll be 10 times more fun. So yeah, thanks for watching. It's only a small video today, but I hope that this advice helped some of you, and thank you for everyone who responded to my Instagram. Make sure you check out my personal Instagram and my doll Instagram so you can stay connected. And yeah, thank you for watching, and make sure to subscribe.